So next we'll be talking about hearing, audition, which is hearing and the ear sound. How the sound would be localized and how we are able to hear things that we really hear every now and then. So parts, if you see the parts, you can have an outer ear and inner ear. So in which you have got tympanic membrane. You would have heard about tympanic membrane before. And there would be very short, very small bones that are located in the inner ear, that is stapes, malleus, incus. You can remember as SIM card. So there is a SIM card in our ear, just mnemonic. Okay, stapes, incus, and malleus, which actually vibrates and then creates the sound, and then it is analyzed by the cochlea, which goes into, and there are auditory nerves, vestibular nerve has a specific functions in hearing. So you can see this snail-like arrangement present inside the inner ear. That's nothing but cochlea. So cochlea cross-section is important. So this is, the ear is the main sensory organ of auditory system actually. So it performs the first processing of sounds, and sensory receptors which are required for hearing will be present in this. So there are three divisions if you see. So one is outer ear, and then we have middle ear, and then we have inner ear. So they have their own specialized functions, and combinedly to allow this, the sounds to be heard and allow us to hear. So the parts, when we talk about parts, so the outer ear, which is external portion, which actually can be seen outside the human head, which actually includes the pinna. So the ear canal and the most superficial layer of ear, that is eardrum. So we have got even eardrum, and we have got auditory canal in the first part. So it's the tympanic membrane, which is otherwise called as eardrum, which is present in most superficial layer of the outer ear. So outer ear's main task, what is the function of this outer ear, is nothing but to gather the sound energy and amplify sound pressures. So it goes into the inner canal. So if you see this pinna, it is cartilaginous tissue, right? And it actually increases the sound wave production, which helps the brain determine the location of sound also. So that's one of the important aspect of outer ear. So what about middle ear? So middle ear is an air-filled tympanic membrane or eardrum, which actually transmit acoustic energy from ear canal to cochlea. So cochlea being the inner part, so that sound waves should be actually sent to the cochlea through inner canals. So in this, it is accomplished or it is actually carried by, this three combination of bones. So nothing but SIM, you can remember as SIM. So that is one thing as stapes, malleus, and incus. So these are important bones. These are what? Bones. Small, tiny bones. So present. So it's, if you see this malleus, it's like a hammer. So it could keep moving like this. and it is movable. So movable part of the ear, this inner ear bones are nothing but malleus. So it senses sound vibration and transfers them onto incus. So the incus is a bridge between malleus and stapes. The stapes actually transfers a vibration from incus to oval window and that portion of inner ear to which it is connected. So here you can see the stapes. It is connected to window, right? Electrical window. We call it as oval window. So because that is a part which is connected to the stapes, right? So when these three bones are actually functioning together, the middle ear acts as a gatekeeper to the inner ear and protects from loud and very high sounds, etc. So that is about three bones. And we have to understand one important aspect, that what is cochlea. So cochlea, when we take the cross section of cochlea, it would look something like this. So the snail part, if you take the cross section. So once the sound enters through the outer ear to the inner canal to the tympanum, it vibrates. That vibrations are catched by, we have sim, we can call it as sim, right? Malleus, incus, and stapes. Malleus is like a hammer and which vibrates the incus and which is a movable part, and then stapes is attached to the oval window of a cochlea. And if you take this cross section of cochlea, it has a tectorial membrane. Tectorial membrane is important, an organ of Corte is important, and especially the inner hair cell nerves. So if there is any ear damage, this hair cells also will be damaged. So the air, the sound waves enters into the inner ear, and then you can see that when the stapes foot plate pushes down the oval window in the inner ear, it causes a movement in the fluid within the cochlea. So within the cochlea, the fluid would be moving. So wave-like. So the function of cochlea is to transform this mechanical sound waves into electrical or neurosignals to the brain. So within the cochlea, there are three fluid-filled spaces called tympanic canal, vestibular canal, and middle canal. So this fluid which is flowing as a waves that would be transform into electrical impulses by this inner hair nerve cells. So because of the ciliar movement or inner air movement through the tectorial membrane. So this is a very important mechanosensory perception here. So because physical waves or mechanical sound waves are actually converted into electrical impulse. So in first we have seen how light rays are converted into nerve impulses with the help of retina cord and cone cells and then optic nerve. Here we are able to see that the inner hair cell nerves would eventually convert these mechanical waves into electrical waves. And you don't have to really worry about scala vestibuli, scala tympani. But we have to remember that inner nerve cells will be there, organ of Corte, which helps in this fluid movements, etc. And which stimulates it gets stimulated by head cell movements. So within the organ of Corte, you have about this hair cells. So once these sound waves or mechanical sound waves are actually converted into nerve impulses, these electrical signals along the auditory nerve would be going to the brainstem. So the brain responds to these separate frequencies and composes a complete sound from them. So this is how it looks like, the hearing part. So factorial membrane organ of corti. So you can remember one thing, that a simple diagram I'll draw, that it would be easy for you. So we know that this tapepiece is there at the oval window, and we have round window. This is cochlea. So let's assume that stapes incus malleus, right, which is attached to the oval window, and it is producing vibrations. That vibrations create a fluid path. This fluid path goes and reaches the tectorial membrane, and at the organ of corti, these hair cells would be actually converting this mechanical into electrical impulses, and that would be sent to the nerves, so auditory nerves. So this is how hearing process will be taking place. So in the next video, we'll try to understand about nociceptors and taste and smell. So that also we'll try to see. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope these videos are helpful for you guys. Please share to your friends as well, and I will make it more comfortable way of learning, and I will try to give certain mnemonics as well. So this biological base of psychology as an within few parts it would be going to complete. So meanwhile, you can watch first unit I took, that is social psychology, and now we are going to complete this biological basis of behavior also. So 2 units would be ready within a one. This unit would be going to finish by a few more videos. So try to see previous parts if you haven't seen, and hope you guys will like it. Please do share. Thank you.